Yo, people, what's going on? Back again for another watch along and another football shirt from Statman Baines, blood. What's going on, my guy?
Holland, uninspiring liner. That's all I'm saying, man. Like there were
Yeah,
certain players that I wanted to see, and just
like
went
who?
the mucks.
Like
So up front, he
Gravenberch?
went. Yeah, I wanted to see Gravenberch. I wanted like up front, he went Weghorst instead of Donny Marlin, whatever his name is. At left back, he also went with Van Arnholt instead of the AZ Alkmaar player.
Yeah.
So that's what I say. Like it's a bit uninspiring.
I'm just looking forward to see what kind of football they play anyway, bro. If Patrick's my guy, blood, so I'm glad he's playing anyway, bro. I don't care. Do you know what I mean? So him and Depay, I'm cool with that. You know the ones. I'm completely cool with that. It's not. You're right. It's not the most inspiring lineup, but I think it's going to be a decent football match, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like it's two teams where I think either team can take this game. Do you know what I mean? It's an evenly matched game. I think a lot of people would be underestimating the Ukraine, but bro, we've seen in this tournament already, bro. Like there's no really easy games, bro. Do you know what I mean? So be interesting.
Because I think for the Euros campaign, Ukraine finished above Portugal in the group. I think they were unbeaten in the group. They scored 17 or 18 goals and they conceded 4 goals. Finished above Portugal. But at the same time, I think they're unbeaten in the last 5. But I think towards the end of 2020, I feel like during the October time, I'm pretty sure they lost 7-1 to France as well in the friendly.
Who?
Ukraine.
Yeah, but anyone can get slapped by France, bro.
Yeah, that's true as well.
Anyone can get slapped by France. I wouldn't take any result against France as the benchmark in it, because France on their day can beat England 7-1, bruv. So like it is what it is, innit? It is what it is, man. So now it'll be interesting. This guy, bruv, I said Mandem FC. That's my guy, bruv. You know them ones there. Like it is what it is. It is what it is, bruv. Man's not even gonna pretend, you know, like that. I'm actually gonna be disappointed Holland don't play good football. From what I've seen of them, they're hit and miss, innit? The Boers definitely plays with the handbrake on, which I don't like.
The other day they drew against Scotland. I think it was 2-2.
Yeah, exactly. Do you know what I mean? But again, teams like Scotland as well. It's one of them ones where, bruv, I don't even think that's going to be an easy game for England. I legit think that Scotland game, yeah, that they could just come and just passion their way through the game, blood. Like legit. So it's just, I don't really know. International football is a weird one, innit? That's why when it comes to international football, even when I used to place bets, I never used to bet on international football, bruv, because international football is weird. It's not like league football where you can look at form and all these things. They play so infrequently, yeah, that any given Sunday you can lose a game, bruv. You just don't know. You don't know who's going to turn up, what's going to turn up. Comes down to individual players' form and other things like that. It's harder to predict, isn't it? So that's why with this game, it's weird, bro. Like I could see Holland winning comfortably. I could see Ukraine winning comfortably. I could see a draw. I could see so many different scenarios for this.
Because right now, I'm going for a 2-2 draw. That's what I think it's going to be.
That's not even a bad bet, bro. A score draw would probably be the best place to go because I don't really know. I legit don't know. And everyone, if you're watching in the UK, the Copa America is on BBC. If you're not watching in the UK, I don't know where. I
think someone said BBC Red Button.
Yeah, BBC iPlayer, you can watch it on, or Red Button. So yeah, it's free to view in the UK, which is going to be super lit. I can see Dutch fan here fuming with the lineup. Do you know what I mean? He'll know better than us, but bro, you never know, innit? Like De Boer, we know he's a crap manager, but now it's down to your players.
Honestly, I'm excited to see Holland's right centre back as well, the Ajax guy, Justin Timber or something.
Yeah. He's how old is he? He's like 19 or something, isn't he?
Yeah, because I think since the second week of 2021, I feel like against FC20, that's where he was like, he consolidated his place in the side for Ajax. Because when I was doing like one of my the research for the other video, I think he's quite an aggressive centre back as well. 1.7 tackles per game, 1.5 interceptions, I think it is. Which is
that's not too bad. That's quite impressive. That's quite impressive. It'd be interesting. One thing I say is he's playing in a back three, so he will have enough protection around him. You know what I mean? It just depends on how well the Dutch keep the ball in it, what their midfield saying. Really, bruv. If Frankie De Jong's on his if he's on his shit, yeah, it should be a good game, innit? And Stecklenburg ahead of Silerson and Krul.
I think Sillerson's injured. That's why I don't think he's in the squad.
Okay, fair. Do you know what I'm saying? And Stecklenburg, it's a weird one because I swear he was number one before, then he lost his place, and then somehow he's managed to get it back.
Yeah, but to be honest, they're not really choosing between much, are they?
No,
yeah,
not at all.
Stillerson got COVID. Yeah, there you go.
Right, there we go. You know what I mean? The Dutch Southgate. That's interesting, man. And bro, like, I know it's not just we watch along for you, but hopefully, obviously, I want Holland to win, innit? So it's one of them ones where hopefully they do, innit? But honestly, they're not as good as they have been in their yesteryears. I was literally watching a comp of Edgar Davids earlier, bruv, for my Rants Reacts, innit? Because that's coming shortly, bruv. And oh, what a player that was, man. They could do with one of those right now. You know, like that. So it gets like that, man. Now, you guys, let us know what your match predictions are, man. I'm still looking forward to it. I always look forward to watching Holland play. I don't know why, because they've been rubbish for a while, but I guess I'm just wired, innit?
Watching Memphis Depay as well.
Yeah, exactly.
With 20 goals, 12 assists, 20 big chances created in the league. A very, very solid campaign for him.
Bro, he's a baller, mate. He's an absolute baller. Like, I think there's no two ways about it with Memphis. Do you know what I mean? There's no two ways about it with Memphis Depay, man. He's a baller. He's a player I like a lot. I think United was the wrong place, wrong time for him, to be honest, boy. Like a club, if you're a player that's still in your developmental stages of your career, you don't go to Manchester United, innit? Like, and he went there at a time where he was still developing as a footballer, and he was given the number 7 shirt, and he was expected to be like the talisman. And it was too early for him, you know what I'm saying? But he's shown that he's gone elsewhere, bruv. And bruv, he's a talisman for his country. He's a talisman for his team. And he's shown that he's as good as we thought he could be, innit? It's just that it just wasn't the right time. But I rate Memphis highly, man. He's a player I like a lot, man. So it's good to see him. It's good to see him do well, to be honest.
Zinchenko's playing in midfield as well, and that Atalanta midfielder. That Malionski guy from Atalanta, I think he ended the season with 15 goal contributions in his last 12 games.
It's not bad.
In the league. He ended the season 8 goals, 12 assists, 19 big chances created. But that was when he was playing a bit more advanced.
So what are you saying for the Ukraine, bruv? You saying that they could do a thing today still?
Yeah, that's why I went with 2-2, because I don't think Ukraine are as bad as people. Like, when you look at the names, they got a couple decent players in there. And Shevchenko's their manager. I think he's done a decent job at Ukraine. I think he's won 23 of his 47 games, I feel like he is.
Yeah. It's solid. It's solid enough, man.
And I feel like, as I said the other day, if Shevchenko does a decent tournament, Premier League clubs will probably be eyeing him up because this guy
just because of his
reputation.
prestige, innit? Yeah, he's got a massive prestige, man. What do you think of back three being used? So I said I think it's the most solid and most versatile formation in football if coached properly and if coached with the right mentality. Do you know what I mean? I think a lot of people's opinion on the back three is wrong.
I think most of it is just down to the quality of defenders not being as good in the modern day. So defenders just need the extra protection, in my opinion.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But if you play it in its purest form, it's not really more protection because two of the back three tend to push on anyway, and the wing backs push on. Do you know what I mean? So it's a bit of a weird one. It almost turns into like a.
It depends how you utilize it.
Like a 1 and then a 2 instead of a flat 3. Do you know what I'm saying? So it depends on the mentality of the manager and the personnel that you use. But really, you can get away with playing that formation with only one centre back.
Yeah, Wijnaldum is starting people. The midfield's Wijnaldum, Frankie de Jong, and De Roon from Atalanta. Ryan Gravenberch is on the bench.
See, it's not that bad. The midfield's not that bad, bro.
Especially for Wijnaldum, as I say, I always like Wijnaldum when he plays for Holland. A bit more
because he pushes on, He pushes on, man. Do you know what I mean? He makes them third man runs. Do you know what I mean? A few man saying 0-0. Yeah, it was too early for Memphis, 100%. Do you know what I mean? Before this year, I had to mute. Oh yeah, what's his name? Nigel Young's in the studio. I had to mute the Hey, listen, the punditry is awful so far in this tournament, brother, and especially the English punditry, bro. These men are trying to con people into believing that game earlier was good, you know.
To be fair, Fabregas was good on commentary the other day.
No, Fabregas
For
is
punditry.
quality, bro. But man's hearing Roy Keane, Gary Neville talking up Gareth Southgate, bro. Like, honestly, I want to know how much these men actually get paid, yeah, to lie through their teeth. Are they that clueless, yeah, or do they just get paid to lie, bruv? You know,
see
the
that
ones
comment there? Frank de Boer is getting criticized by his own brother on TV or something. Frank de Boer getting criticized by his own brother in the Dutch media made me spit out the coffee.
No, but you never know, bruv, because just like the Gallaghers and them man don't even chat, so you never know. Them de Boers might not even chat like that. You know, like that. I wouldn't be surprised, bro. You know, like that. I wouldn't even be surprised, but I hear Gary Neville talking up Gareth Southgate's credentials for not playing Grealish and that, and saying that he's willing to make the unpopular opinions and he's shown that he's a top manager and all this bullshit. I'm thinking, what is Gary Neville on, bruv? Like, he's on crack, bro. Like, it doesn't even make sense. And Roy Keane said something about England won the midfield better today. Did they fuck, bro? Did man not see Luka Modric nutmegging man at 35 years old, bruv, and walking through the middle of the pitch? I just don't even know, bruv. I don't know. If England won the midfield battle today, yeah, they would have been a lot more comfortable in the game, bro. Like, that was an absolute joke. Calvin Phillips was a warrior today, but England did not boss that midfield at all, bro. That's why they had to bring on Bellingham, bro, to get some extra legs in there. A man took off Harry Kane and put on Marcus Rashford, and they were bypassing the midfield. Everything that England created was bypassing the midfield and playing straight into Sterling or playing straight into the flanks, bro. So I don't know what game they watched, man. Do you know what I mean? But this is why these men end up crying on TV when England get battered, bro. You know what I mean? They're going to get humbled soon, bro, because that performance was far from impressive.
Yeah. Well, at least you got the 3 points. Move on with it.
No, 100%, but it's just jarring, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's just like, bruv, these men are meant to be the experts. Like, how man really watching that game, yeah? Like, when you look at it, Harry Kane, experienced, awful. Walker, experienced, awful. Trippier, experienced, awful.
To be fair, I thought Trippier was better than Kyle Walker, though.
Yeah, but that's not hard.
Yeah, it wasn't hard to do.
But it wasn't hard to be better than Kyle Walker. Do you know what I mean? And then Phil Foden wasn't in the game at all, apart from the one chance. Apart from the goal,
he had flashes of brilliant.
Exactly. Sterling had a lot of involvement in the game, but didn't really do nothing bar the goal. Mason Mount, a few glimpses, not really involved. I mean, Calvin Phillips was all over the place, man of the match. Declan Rice, not really involved, but did what he needed to do. Tyrone Mings did what he needed to do. Do you know what I mean? Luckily that Croatia weren't mobile and had no legs, so they didn't really cause England too many problems. But if England come up against a more dynamic team, they're going to be in a lot of trouble, mate. Like, this performance was far from convincing.
Most of the game was just played in front of England's back four and midfield, which made it easy for them.
There you go. Do you know what I mean? And that's what it was, man. So we didn't learn much. I mean, we literally didn't learn much. But to be praising Southgate and praising England players after this performance, this is the reason why these men get sucked in every tournament. Then they play like they'll end up playing like a Colombia or something in a World Cup, and then their man are on the back foot getting pammed by some no-name brand ballers, bro, because they can't see when they get the result. They can't see that the game's not good.
And even then, you could question Gareth Southgate's in-game management. Grealish should have come on.
There you go. He's saying that. He's saying, yo, he didn't bring on Grealish. He showed that he doesn't bow down to pressure from the outside, and he's willing to make the unpopular opinion. But not bringing on Grealish wasn't a good decision, bro. Like, it's only that England got away with it.
And even then, he took Trent because of media pressure. So that argument's flawed.
Bruv, these men just get paid to lie, bro. Honestly, it's embarrassing. It's actually embarrassing, bruv. Like, all these men there, it's just prop everywhere. Do you know what I mean? Look at the amount of different pundits they've said in the comments that have been chatting shit. It's not one of them. It's all of them. And that's why Modric come out before and was like, yo, the English press and the pundits, yeah? You see the arrogance, yeah? This is why they man to get their head bust, bro, and it's embarrassing.
I think the biggest problem is you see most of these pundits, they only watch the games that they're paid to watch, and most of them probably don't watch international football as much as they should. Yeah,
facts.
So they're always just going to be waffling about the same. Yeah, he has legs. He's very good technically. Pace, power. Those simple lines, innit?
Yeah, very true, bro. You know what I
And
mean?
you
So
know how
no,
the
it'll
Premier
be
League in
interesting.
general is just overrated as a league.
Massively. No, massively. Do you know what I'm saying? Meaning that clearly unable to. Bro, I know I hear that. Do you know what I mean? But I feel like you'd think they have some responsibility, yeah, to have a bit of balance in it. I don't mind one or two deluded people, but have some balance in the commentary in it. It's all just
And to be
one way
fair,
in it.
even if you're a failed manager, it doesn't mean you're a bad, like you don't understand the game. Because sometimes management is about how you present the idea to the players. Maybe they don't present it the best way, but they actually know
That's
what they're
very
talking
true.
about.
But like the fact that we've sat down here after the game, analyzed the game with numbers, and we can clearly see that Calvin Phillips was the best player on the
Yeah,
pitch.
100%. Lost
But
the ball
Sterling got
4
man of
times.
the
Incredible.
match. They have access to the same numbers we do, bro. Did you see what I mean? So there's absolutely no excuse. There's absolutely no excuse for some of the stuff that they're saying, bro. Like it doesn't make sense. And we saw the average positions of the players and everything like that. They have access to all of this. So yeah, it's a bit of a mad thing. A man said, "Yo, bruv, it's a Copperberg. Do you get me? Man's got some cider here and that, bruv. When the sun's out, you get me, bruv. Man, it'd be rude not to have a cider in England, bruv. You know what I mean? It's customary, boy. And that and a Magnum Classic, you know, them ones there, fam. So yeah, big up everyone inside. I'm looking forward to this though. Hopefully we see better patterns of play, yeah, and better shape in it. It'll be good to analyze this Dutch team, even though obviously the
Nah,
balls
man,
are.
I think you're overestimating the Holland.
No, the
I think they're
balls are
going to
bum
disappoint
in
us
it.
massively.
No, I think the balls are bum, but you know what it is with Holland. I've always supported them, yeah, and they've always disappointed me, and they've had better players than this. So I'm just hopeful that maybe because the players aren't as good, yeah, they might be able to do a thing. You get me? And that's just what it is. Even with Louis Van Gaal, no one expected them to get to where they got to. I'm not saying that this team is anywhere near with this guy in charge, but I'm just saying the Holland teams that have actually played better are the ones that don't have the big names per se. Do you know what I mean? So it'll be very interesting. The preparation games were
But even
shit, but I have a good feeling about this game. Hey, I love Van der Vaart, man. He does not pull his punches at all, blood. I really can't even to say that I'm still available. So if he's watching, he can give me a call. You know, that's funny, bro. That's hella funny.
Well, I was gonna say, like, even Holland, like, you say like they were better when they had worse players, but at the time, that 2014 World Cup, I think it was, they had Van Gaal, who's a very good coach. Now they have Frank de Boer, who's basically failed at Inter Milan after like, what was it, like 30-something games, failed at Crystal Palace. People said when he went when he went MLS, he didn't do a great job. And now he's just being cast by his brother on live TV.
It's funny. It's funny, to be fair. Big up Mohammed as well. I know you're a 4-3-3 country, but yo, when you finish third, do you know what I'm saying? It was a 5-3-2 or 3-5-2, bro. So it is what it is. I wouldn't say you're a 4-3-3 country, bro, because even the 3-4-3, that's yours as well. Like it is what it is, isn't it? That Dutch football's fluid. You know what I'm saying? It's literally fluid, isn't it? So it's one of them ones where the formations change in play. Like that's the Dutch way, in it. Total football, bro. Like there is really no one formation. It's like it's 1 or 2 or 3 different formations depending on where the ball is, etc., bruv. So the bottom line is it's not the formation, it's your manager that's the problem. That's just what it is. Like he's a crap manager, legit. So like the formation is the least of your worries.
Mm-hmm.
People
were saying, what do you think of the Van der Beek rumours to Arsenal? Those rumours are not true at all. Van der Beek is not going Arsenal.
That would make too much sense because he would be perfect for Arsenal. But that's why I believe that it's just some fantasy. It's a Twitter rumor, innit? It's not real. It's more like a fan.
It's never happening.
You know
it's literally just lazy pundit journalism. Donny van der Beek doesn't play enough games. Arsenal need a midfielder. Bang, 2 and 2 together. That's all it is.
Yeah, trust me. That's just all it is, bro. But saying that, after the Mkhitaryan thing, I mean, I just can't see. Even that was a swap. Man ain't just gonna give Donny van der Beek to Arsenal, bro. I can't see it. Yeah,
to be
paid. How much did we pay for Donny? 40 M's,
like 35.
35. We would at least want that back. You would think. Do you know what I'm saying?
To be fair though, Van der Beek has like an Aaron Ramsey replacement. Would have been quite good though at that time.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure. But you could argue and say that they haven't replaced Aaron Ramsey yet. So, do you know what I mean? It could work out, bruv. It could. I think it'd be.
Like
I think it's
Donny.
I think it's the kind of signing they need, but it's not the kind of signing they'll get. That's what Odegaard was kind of meant to be, innit?
Yeah, but even then, I wouldn't say massively impressed at Arsenal. Like, I've seen reports that Arsenal wanted to sign him back for something like 60 million or something.
Yeah,
stay away. There's options out there.
I don't think he's done enough for man to be saying, yo, like, we have to sign him. But I saw a lot of Arsenal, man, after like 2 games, they were like, yeah, like, give him what he wants kind of thing. I think Arsenal have been starved of quality, like, to the point where it's just, them man will take anything.
No, that's all. Like, that's most football fans. A couple good games, you're fickle. Everyone's gonna gas up their performance and stuff.
100%. Yo, this is the quote, stat man. I thought Southgate managed the game unbelievably today. Our biggest asset is our manager. Is he all right?
If he says something about Southgate's man management or something, how everyone's like united in the camp, then I could potentially understand that. But saying he managed the game well, I'd just say the subs didn't make the most sense, but you just got away with it because the other team were poor.
Bruv. How can man say our biggest asset is our manager when we have Jack Grealish, Jadon Sancho wasn't in the squad, Chilwell wasn't in the squad? Is man all right? You see, when you see stuff like that, bro, like, it's just, honestly, there's no credibility in these things, bruv. Like, legit, I might start watching the thing on mute, blood, because it's pissing me off. And you know what it is, yeah? Because when I do the league watch-alongs, I have it muted because on the other screen, I don't hear all this. But now I'm starting to listen to this all the time. I can understand where the bullshit that comes on Twitter comes from now, because all these kids are listening to him. Idiots like him. Do you know what I'm saying? People like him, Roy Keane, all these man chatting crap. This is what these men are listening to, and this is where they're getting their football education from.
Now, but someone like Gary Neville, he's entertaining to listen to, even though he don't make sense. Roy Keane, entertaining. He's a
fool, though. Yeah, but these men are taking this at face value, bro, because their dad told them they were good players. Bro. Yeah, bro. Michael Laudrup, baller as well, man. Like, there's a few good comps as well. It will come eventually. The thing is, a lot of the best footballers, they don't have good comps of them. I'm not gonna lie. Even stuff like Kaka and that, yeah, because most of the guys that make comps are young kids. The best comps are of the more recent players. It's hard to get good comps of older players, man. It's hard. Them early 2000s, late 2000s ballers, it's hard to get good comps of the players if they're not the bait players, because these young guys that are making all the good comps don't know these players. I couldn't even get a good Harry Kane one. That's how bad it is. Like,
that's the guy that won a League Cup at Swansea, isn't it?
Yeah, Michael Laudrup. Bad man baller. He was ridiculous player. But the comps of him, either the quality of the videos aren't great or they're flipping. There's some 20-minute comps, bro. That man fall asleep doing that.
Yeah, his brother is on it, Brian.
Brian, yeah. Bruv, that baller. Bruv, Michael Laudrup was unreal. It was unreal, bro. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, no, Gary Neville's not trolling, bro. Someone's paid him something. I mean, brown envelope under the desk. Do you know what I'm saying? But yo, man, big up everyone inside. Make sure you follow Statman. Make sure you follow Statman if you're watching on YouTube. Click the link in the title. We're going to be going exclusively to Twitch very, very shortly. Check out the Johan Cruyff thing here. Yeah, man, just turn the volume back up now. Yeah, these lot should be heading out any minute now because the game's starting in a few minutes. So yeah. National anthem, Shevchenko. Is that what you can see? Shevchenko, yeah? So big up you lot. We're going exclusively to Twitch now. Make sure you follow the Twitch. Go in to the description, people. Go into the description and make sure you follow the Twitch if you haven't already. Big up YouTube gang. And yeah, man, we'll see you lot for the Copa America game on YouTube at 9:45, but we're going exclusively to Twitch now, people.